I'm back like I'm on crack. Alright, let's get to chapter 5. I might go back and have AI read these for me again because it's a little bit easier. I just give it a script and it's like murr. However, yeah, like I said earlier, I think some of this stuff needs to be discussed by a human. And as I read, I'll give it a couple commentary pieces, I guess, to make it a little bit more personalized. Alright, this is chapter 5 from my book called I Am Pheonix. I wrote this book with intent to share some of my Christian stuff. I think I've been thinking about how to live a good life. I've been trying a couple things, and this book is full of my insights, I guess, right? Chapter 5 is the only chapter that I wrote and that doesn't talk about God. That's simply because I wrote chapter 5 for my ex-wife or other women who actually space out when you start talking about God or accountability, right? To some women, those things are very dreadful subjects. So chapter 5 is called Rising from the Ashes. You find yourself here at the bottom, staring up at a life that feels distant, alien, unreachable. You were always the one people turn to for answers, for strength. You were the woman with a plan, the one who never seemed to falter, at least not publicly. But now you're here in a place you never imagined yourself to be, raw, vulnerable, exposed. It's hard to breathe in this space. It's like the air itself is different, heavier. You've tried to climb out, but it feels like the more you try, the more the weight of this world presses down on you. It's exhausting, isn't it? But even now, in the quiet moments, when your mind is no longer racing, when the distractions fall away, there's something stirring inside. There's a question gnawing at the edges of your consciousness. How did I get here? It's not self-pity, no. You're too smart for that. You know life is more than a collection of random misfortunes. This wasn't chance. It was a series of choices, some deliberate, some unconscious. You've walked into this step by step, and now you're here facing consequences. But that's not the whole story, is it? There's still time. You know that. Some kind of body function needs to interrupt my reading every time I either cough or sneeze or got a burp. Does everybody else have a moment where in the middle of you trying to have a little public speech, you gotta have a reaction of sorts? Today I sneezed a lot of bondo. Blah, blah, blah. But that's not the whole story, is it? There's still time. You know that. That quiet resolve is what sets you apart from others who crumble under the weight. You may be at the bottom, but you're still standing. Your mind is still sharp, your will unbroken. You can rise from this, just as you have risen from other challenges before. Only this time, it's not about proving yourself to the world. It's not about playing the role they come to expect of you. This time, it's about you. Imagine the woman you will become after this. The person you are on the side of this trial is stronger, wiser, and more attuned to what truly matters. What is it that she knows? What is it that she learned in these moments of darkness? That's who you're shaping now. You may feel broken, but like a finely tempered sword, you are being reshaped, reforged in the fires of adversity. Every scar, every bruise, every tear will become of your story, part of your strength. part of your strength. Yummy. You see, rock bottom isn't the end. It's the foundation. It's where you strip away all that's false, all that's unnecessary. It's where you meet yourself without the masks, without the pretenses. It's where you come face to face with your limitations, your fears, your weaknesses, and yes, your power. You are more than the sum of your failures. You are the architect of your next chapter. But first, let's be honest. There are no shortcuts here. There's no way easy. There's no easy way out. The road back up will be steep, painful, and grueling. It will require a level of perseverance that few people possess. But you have it in you. You always have. There's a quiet, steady power in you that's been there all along, waiting for this moment. Don't underestimate it. You've always been the woman who could carry more than others thought possible, and now you carry yourself. Start with one step, one decision, one move towards the light. You don't need to know what the whole staircase looks like. You only need to know that there is one and you're on it. With every small step, you reclaim a piece of yourself. You rebuild, you restore, and as you rise, you'll discover a deeper truth. One that's been whispered to you in moments of stillness, in moments when you allowed yourself to feel the weight of your existence. It's not enough to survive. You've done that. You've survived the worst, and now you thrive. You rise from the ashes of the life that fell apart, and you build something new, something unshakable. This is the moment you stop pretending to be who you think the world wants you to be. This is where you become you, fully, unapologetically, magnificently. Look at the wreckage. Look around at the wreckage of what once was. Don't be afraid of it. It holds no power over you now. The life you once lived, the one that crumbled, is gone. It's in the past. And the woman who emerges from this, the one who will stand tall after the dust settles, is a new creation, a testament to the fact that you can endure, rebuild, and conquer. There's work to do, yes, but that work will be your salvation. It's that work that will bring you back to yourself, that will lead you to the abundant life waiting on the other side. Each day you spend rebuilding will bring you closer to the woman you were always meant to be. And that woman, she's unstoppable. Your journey begins now. Stop. I would finish the video, but it looks like I still have about a minute. So some commentary. See, I told you, no God. It's just a little bit of psychology. Some motivation, I guess, only goes so far. And sometimes when we're used to people motivating us or coaching us or teaching us, we're waiting for further instructions. We're waiting for somebody to build us up before we're ready to go and tackle the challenge, I guess. And I guess this chapter's kind of motivational, right? You can rebuild, you can rise. Complemented with a Christian message. It's a great chapter. It's full of wisdom. Take away the rest of the book and just look at it as a little speech. It's all right. And that's kind of also how I view life, is we can have such great intentions. We can have the best attitude. We want the best for people, but without a source, the source of good, right? Because they say that God is the father of lights, God is the source of all that's good. So without the source of what's good actually being part of this action, it sometimes still feels kind of empty, right? So sometimes when we give gifts without the attitude of love and generosity, sometimes a gift it just feels like a transaction, because we don't know how to gift freely, whereas we can gift, but then we want something back. We want something to match the value, right? And sometimes it feels unproportional, or sometimes we gift and we just kind of throw, like, here, take it, I gave you $10, fuck you, like, what do you mean you need more? And then we're like, oh, I gave you $10, you should feel thankful for that. And yes, sometimes you gotta feel thankful for whatever, but it's the gesture, it's the underlying, I guess, force behind our actions. So, complemented with the rest of the book, I think this chapter is powerful because it talks about, man, look at the pile of wreckage of what once was, right? When we're going through a hard time and we're sad and we're caught up in the moment, sometimes that's all we see. Sometimes we need the space and the time to clear away our vision and our cluttered focus of the problem to where it's no longer fresh and in front of our attention. So sometimes a couple days later, the problem is a bit farther from us and we can see it differently. And then we can detach because we're like, oh wait, not a big problem. So look at the wreckage, but don't be afraid of it, Don't be afraid to rebuild. I think almost all of my trials, all of my little hardships through life ended up donating quite a bit of insight. In retrospect, I had to think about it. I didn't drink about it, right? So, when I process my emotions, I don't try to suppress them. I don't try to numb them. I sometimes write about them, but I just sit there and I process it, right? What does heartbreak feel like? Well, what's the opposite of heartbreak? Oh, heartbreak is being in love or feeling loved. Well, okay, I kind of did have quite a bit of that, huh? Okay, that's pretty cool. So in comparison, heartbreak is quite a steep drop, right? But then in heartbreak, as you fall, whether you're falling into love or into heartbreak, at some point there's a sense of weightlessness and you just float, and then you can observe, right? Like, oh, okay, these emotions come with this circumstance. Oh, this action, these words really made me feel like this. And then you can just morph through the understanding. So I think that's why I talk about the Christian stuff as a foundation, so that when topics of giving or generosity, being helpful, serving people, like communicating, spreading a good message, like, then those have a different type of meaning than it is for just some motivational purposes, right? Anyways, that was chapter 5 and some commentary. Thank you guys. I only have one chapter left, and then I'll try to look less shitty. The next book is ALX Proverbs, and it looks like I need to be wearing a suit of some kind. My little I Am Pheonix book is more of a build yourself up by your own bootstraps type of thing. And so, let's see what my shirt looks like today. I actually did rock the logo. Hey. Branding. I Am Pheonix today, brought to you by lxmnv.com.